There's a lot of ways that AI is messing up people's job interviews, but you know what drives me the absolute craziest? The fact that it's so much worse for people who are perfectionists or who relate with being a top performer. Let me explain what I mean by that. So perfectionists and people who are top performers, not that it's always the same thing, but those are generally the people who are impacted by this. They tend to have this really, really high bar for themselves in their interviews. They feel like they need to get everything right. That's already existing before we put AI on top of it. Now, a few years ago, the challenge that I was seeing as an interview coach is that people would watch some career influencer say a beautiful, flowery answer to an interview question, and then they would try to recreate that, and it would sound really weird in real life because it's too flowery, too polished, it just doesn't sound human. So back then, my job was to basically go, no, you need to be able to have talking points, but speak to them like an actual human being. But now, with everybody using AI and ChatGPT to help them interview prep, it is like 10 times worse. And you know why that is? People's anxieties about job interviews isn't just higher because the job market is competitive, it's also higher because AI is teaching us all these negative things about ourselves. When people are overly dependent on AI to help them interview prep, they are teaching themselves that I need to speak perfectly, I need to speak like a robot in order for my to resonate, in order to be successful. They also become really dependent on this tool and end up not being able to think for themselves, like when they get an unexpected question, which is really scary. Having this tool that will constantly give you feedback and over polish things teaches you that there is never a done, there is never a good enough. You must strive for perfection. And actually, based on what I've seen in the market, that's not true. You don't need to be perfect in order to accept a job offer that you're really excited about. And by the way, my team has worked with over 150 clients over the years. We've landed people jobs at places like Amazon, Netflix, Meta, Microsoft. So we know a thing or two about interviews. And we also have seen the level that people are at and what they look like when they go into those interviews before they get those offers. And here's what we've seen. Of course, your talking points matter. We work a lot with people on their talking points, but so does your ability to connect with your interviewer and build a relationship with that. And you just can't do that when you are regurgitating a memorized AI script. Anyway, that's just my riff about something that's been really frustrating me lately. If this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you.